Hello, Gemini, and welcome to your reading for the weeks of October 8th through 21, 2024. This is a reading if you are a Gemini Sun, Gemini Moon, Gemini Rising, or have some other significant Gemini placement in your chart. If you're new to this channel, welcome. It's good to have you. And if you're returning, welcome back. I just want to mention that I have my website for my readings and my spiritual coaching, Rahani healing, astrology, human design, everything that I do. The link to my website's in the description below, as well as a link to my social media where I do a daily live stream where I also do a daily tarot reading there. So if you want to check that out, that is in the description box below. This is going to be a 12-card astrological spread. If you're new to this channel, I always use Murray Hope's Way of Cartouche, and I read the cards according to the house positions, and then I will clarify with tarot, and the tarot deck we're using this week is the Halloween Tarot. Our extra oracle pull for the week is going to be from the Norse runes, and this is my bag of runes. And we've got, it's very, very active and intense month. Moon opposite Pluto, Mars opposite Pluto, Mars in Cancer, Pluto going direct in Capricorn around the middle of the month. And we'll be leaving, this is the last gasp in Capricorn, and it's going to be moving into Aquarius for like something like a really long time, like the next 40 years or something. And so, so this is going to be something that's a long time. And then we have it's going to be changing for a long time. And then we have the full moon in Aries. We have Venus moving into Sagittarius. We've got Mars conjunct Jupiter retrograde at some point. All of these things are flashpoints where things could be, these things could get a bit heated this month and very intense. Arguments and things could be escalating. We are mostly in Libra. We'll be moving into Scorpio later in the month. But there's a lot of intensity around this, and the recent solar eclipse has a lot of energy around relationships. We also have a lot of omens of change in the sky. We have this second moon that's going to be in orbit. It's this asteroid that's orbiting with the moon. We're going to have a comet in the sky, a possible supernova. We have massive solar flares this month, and there was another thing too. The four gas giants are going to be in alignment with each other. So Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune are all going to be orbiting, in alignment. And I feel like I'm missing one, but there's a lot of activity going on in the cosmos this month. So I think probably after the American election day, probably like by that following week, everything's going to quiet down again. But up into and including that time, it's going to be a rather intense time. So the next couple readings should be intense. And it seems like you have been in a very intense spot because you got fire right in your first house here. You're not a fire sign, you're an air sign. Now this could make you very determined and ambitious. You could be purging people from your life that you no longer want to be involved with. I mean, we do have this Five of Swords here though. So I feel like you're feeling self-defeated here. This is like you are limiting your kind of, sometimes this comes up when we feel jealousy. Doesn't have to be the case, but I feel more like this comes up when we feel like we're defeated, like we're just giving up and walking away from something. Maybe there's been a lot of anger about something recently. When I see these two together with fire, this can be strong emotions that you're having right now. And you may be putting up a vibe of just kind of wanting to be alone, kind of wanting to be left alone, or just feeling very, very intense. Very, 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 very strong, either in your opinions or in the way that you're coming across. There definitely seems to be this sense that you are, but there's just seems to be this frustration of over these feelings of defeat, of kind of wanting to get past this. Very good thing in the money house, actually. You've got, this is kind of like you getting your money organized and getting it together. With Hathor here, this could be money coming from a female person. I mean, whether that's a family member or somebody else. It could be business associate. I mean, who knows? But Hathor is showing some kind of financial opportunity that may be coming through a female, or that may be connected to something that we think of as domestic, like or related to beauty, very Venus oriented, like fashion, aesthetics, or beauty. Could be associated with what's the other things I'm thinking of here? Anything connected to the home, like, making crafts, cooking, stuff like that. Like there's definitely a strong association here of something, if it doesn't directly have to do with a female. But you have it with the Nine of Cups. So this seems to indicate satisfaction. So whatever this is, or whatever this money is that's coming from, whatever you're doing, this is going to put you, this is a wish fulfillment card. So this should actually put you in a very good place financially. So either money's coming in from a female person, this could be Taurus or Virgo, just because of the, those are usually the signs I associate with Hathor. Or it could just be maybe from doing something of that sort. But this is definitely about getting things organized, getting things together, being very, very successful. Hathor is either about making a home or making a business and making it successful. Speaking of business, let's just go right over to your work houses here. Okay, we've got air with the Knight of Bats, or the Knight of Swords, really, in the 6th house. So I don't know. I feel like there's like a desire to change a job. There seems like there could be some sharp words here with the Knight of Swords, or maybe some conflicts or arguments. That, maybe where you're needing to kind of detach and take a step back. Maybe there's some conversations that are going on, but there definitely seems to be the idea that you want to change. Knight of Swords would just be saying, don't be too hasty about a change. Make sure you're thinking things through first. If there has been some kind of conflict at work where you want to make a change, if you're not, like I said, if you're somebody who's, say, self-employed or not working right now, then I would say that this has more to do with, this can be the house of worry and perfectionism. So there just seems to be something here where you need to take a step back and not jump into it too quickly. If I look at your other work house, which is the 10th house, you've got the 4 of Swords with the Buckle of Isis. Now, it seems like there is a change coming. You do need to make a change at some point. Okay, there is going to be giving something up to get something better. But with the 4 of Swords, this is saying you want to think on it first. And seeing this down here, I feel like, there may be something going on in your job, career, something. Maybe you're frustrated. You're like, okay, I'm ready to make this change. I'm ready to take a leap of faith. And it's saying, yes, that is something that you should do, but you want to make sure you've thought it over carefully first, because you don't want to just jump from the frying pan into the fire again, right? I don't know, maybe it's a work situation that's making you feel defeated right now. But it does seem like there could be some kind of an opportunity here. And maybe this is going to come through a female friend or colleague or something. I keep feeling like this is a person who's going to maybe show you where you can get your wishes here in terms of having at least financial stability, which honestly, for a lot of us, I mean, that's not the only reason we work, but that could be part of the equation here. Oftentimes we don't leave jobs we don't like because of money. So let's look at your own house, which is Gemini energy. You have the Queen of Wands with Osiris. Again, more fiery energy here. This is more like Sagittarius or Aries energy. And, this suit of imps, as they call it, is actually the Wands suit, which is fire. So so there definitely seems to be, I feel like you are taking charge of things. Maybe, if you're in your own business, or if this just has to do with back and forth communications here. Again, there's this strong feminine energy here. So I don't know if this is a person you're communicating with. Like I mentioned Taurus or Virgo here, but this could be a fire sign person. It doesn't have to be any of these signs, by the way. It could just be somebody who's practical, organized, down to earth, driven. There's just this energy here of somebody who is maybe communicating with somebody who can further what it is that you're trying to do. Maybe somebody who has a leadership position. But this also, I don't know. I keep feeling strongly too, like this could be you. But the fact that I'm seeing Hathor here and this here, I don't know. I just feel like this is pointing to a particular person who is going to be helpful in promoting your cause, particularly in promoting your cause financially or helping to provide something. Now, this could have to do with work, and this could have to do with family as well. Sometimes this is a card of siblings. But this is, there's definitely an energy here of some kind of communication. There's a strong energy here of taking charge to get what it is that you want, okay? Okay, now let's look at your house of home and family. Okay, so Thoth indicates this is a card of timing. So I feel like there's a sense of something happening at the right time, and this could have to do with family stuff, karmic stuff coming up from the family. That certainly has been another hallmark of this eclipse. This could also just be other things going on with regard to the home that you're living in as well. Like there's something about timing. And again, you got this 3 of Ghosts, this 3 of Cups. So this is the idea of a celebration. So this could be a family thing that you're celebrating, Or this could be, I don't know, this could be buying a new house or, making a move. Whatever it is, I mean, that indicates a cause for celebration, but again, also a third party. There's this strong feminine third party energy coming in with connection to something. So that's really interesting. That may be a very specific message for somebody, but I definitely feel here like there's a third party, and this is a positive third party. This isn't like somebody who's meddling unwanted. This is like, I don't know, just somebody who's helping either with a home or a family situation. Somebody who may be doing you a karmic good turn with Thoth here, okay? Because Thoth is about, if we talk about karmic credits and debits, the things that where we're rewarded for, when we've done the good turns and when we have to pay, credit for when maybe we haven't done things maybe the way we should have. But this is more like somebody doing you a good turn. So I don't know. This is connected to a home and family situation, and I see it this way because this seems to be the way that these three are coming together. You may be feeling defeated right now and trying to, change things around, but there is somebody here. There's this very strong feminine energy, and I'm going to say it's either fire sign or earth sign, possibly, but somebody here who's helping you get to where you want to be, both financially, and there's something, this could be just about a family situation, but I don't know why I feel like this is more about you getting organized, maybe with home, maybe with money, where you're living, like if a lease is up or something, I don't know. There's just something about it where there's a third party here, but you see these ghosts all look very, very happy here. So this is definitely an energy of what is, this is an energy of celebration, not an energy of like, somebody getting up in your business. Okay, so we looked at work. I want to look at your house of change. Yeah, your house of change. You've got the Chariot here with Lotus. So I feel like you're ready for things to slow down, but with the Chariot, it does seem like things are going to keep moving here. And again, there's a strong vibe here of you taking control of your situation. This could literally mean moving or a journey with the Chariot here. But I definitely feel like there's a sense that that things are getting ready to move ahead. And really, Lotus, I feel like it's saying you want to go with the flow here. You may have a lot of anxiety right now. Certainly if we've got the Five of Swords in the first house, you may have been very anxious and you may have been feeling like, maybe, I don't know, not being around people and so forth right now. But you definitely want to sort of get grounded. Lotus often shows up when we need meditation, when we just need to kind of calm down, relax into the space that we are. But there is definitely a sense here of not wanting to experience this limitation here. You're going to be in a position where you need to move and you need to take charge. When I look at your house of your ninth house, which is Sag energy, independence and what you are, not only independence, but kind of expanding your horizons, okay? Long distance travel, higher education, spirituality, things like that. Yeah, you have Isis with the world. So the world could indicate a trip far away. I mean, sometimes the world does indicate literally going somewhere else in the world, like going abroad. But it can also just mean the end of a cycle. So I feel like in terms of where you're headed and in terms of, your own independence and where you want to be and where you want to go, there's something that's coming to an end here. So in terms of expanding your horizons, there's a sense of needing to be patient right now. There is definitely, I feel like there's new opportunities coming. Ninth house is really strong Jupiter energy. And the fact that this is coming up this way means that there's going to be a chance for you to expand, whether that means like in the sense of literally making a physical move to someplace far away, or taking a trip far away, or whether this is just that you are going to be learning something new, taking up something new in a certain way. And Isis has a very strong spiritual bent to it too. So for some of you, this could be something. You could be expanding your knowledge of something spiritual, and Isis has a very strong divine feminine component to it. So that may be the case for some of you. Maybe you're doing more, maybe more in terms of developing your intuition. Maybe you're doing more in terms of Isis has a very magical vibe, and again, since this is the house of spirituality, which is why I mention it. But it can also, but more generally speaking, Isis is just about needing to kind of persevere and keep on a track patiently. because it does seem like there is going to be a great opportunity for you to expand your horizons here. Yeah, there's a lot of this here. And there do seem to be people here who are supporting you in that. It's just, I think the only change it's telling you not to rush into right now is making a career change until you've thought about it. So let's look at the Aquarius house. The 11th house, okay, we have the 7 of Cups, or 7 of Ghosts as they call this, with Bast. So yeah, this does indicate socializing with friends. Although with the 7 of Cups, there's a sense here that, I don't know, maybe you feel like there's a friend who's deceiving you right now, or maybe you feel like there's a situation with somebody where it's not entirely clear what's going on. When the 7 of Cups is there's a sense of you're not sure what's real and what's not real. Sometimes this can come up too in regard to our wishes when we have too many opportunities, when there's just too many options and we're not really sure what's the real thing, you know? Are we going down a false trail? So again, that may be why we need to take time out to consider things. I don't know, this could have to do with a work relationship or a work friendship too, but you have a lot of these very social cards. Bast is very social. The 3 of Cups is very social. There definitely seems to be this sense that there's opportunities and things and recognition within your friend network and an opportunity to get out and do things. But this also seems to be indicating that, you know, again, there's this sense of needing to keep your feet on the ground and think carefully about things, because there could be some deceptive opportunities, or maybe there's just something going on that, I don't know, maybe somebody's involving you in something and it's like, make sure you know what all the details are, because maybe there could be some illusory nature to some of these opportunities that may be coming up. So I don't know. Yeah, there's definitely a sense here of just trying to figure out what's what in terms not only of your relationships and your networking, but also maybe in terms of what you want. Now, in your 12th house, your Pisces house, you have Anubis with strength. Yeah, this is boundaries, and this is maintaining strength, trying to do what's right or what's ethical according to your own principles. And the fact that this is showing up in the Pisces house, yeah, I feel like you have been setting your boundaries lately, and maybe just being very, I don't know, just trying to draw a lot on inner strength for things that maybe have seemed doubtful, because this has to do with, this is the area of self-doubt. Sometimes maybe this could be coming up when we're doubting our strength too, or when you're thinking like, you know, am I going to be able, especially with the 5 of Bats here in the first house. I mean, it could just be that maybe you're feeling defeated, and maybe you're projecting to people like, I'm tired. I want to walk away from something. I've got this energy of wanting to be done with stuff. But it seems like there is this kind of unconscious sense of strength and sense of whatever your values are here. And again, Anubis is definitely a reminder to maintain proper boundaries. Also, Anubis in the 12th house tends to mean that you are not deluding yourself on something. So if there's certain matter, I feel like this is saying whatever your gut is telling you about something, that this is something you can rely on, and you should stay strong on that. Okay, let's look at the relationship area. Now, this is for people who are looking for love. There's people, some people, not everybody looking at these readings is looking for love. They could already be in a relationship, or they may not want one. But we have the 2 of Wands here, okay? So there's a sense here of, I don't know, this is like a preparatory phase. Like we're interested maybe in going out and meeting people, but you have it with Sphinx. So Sphinx can also indicate passivity, like standing back, again, stepping back, not rushing into anything, okay? Now, this can also sometimes come up when we have a secret admirer, too. There could be somebody who is interested in us and is just not saying anything. Even if you look at that person and think, they may not be giving you any signs right now. But yeah, there does seem to be a sense of decision that may be coming up here, or a decision either to make a move forward, or to finally get out there. Like, again, you've got all this very, very social energy here. But there could be that you are, I don't know, this is like gathering your resources. I feel like the 2 of Wands is like saying, okay, I'm making sure that I know where I'm at before I go out and do something else. So that could be where you're at right now. Although this is interesting, because in the 7th house of Libra, we do see a new relationship, and we have it with the Star. And the Star is the Star of Hope. This is possibilities. So this does seem like there's going to be a new relationship. Now, mind you, when I say new, this is not somebody you've been involved with before. This is somebody totally new. Star energy is very much connected to Aquarius. So, but it does not mean that the person is an Aquarius, okay? It does not have to mean that. This is just somebody full of, where there's a lot of hope and possibility. But you at the moment may not be at a point where you're moving towards this, but this does seem like, I don't know, somebody's going to be coming on the radar who seems like they are, that they're actually potentially a good catch and a good possibility for you. So very interesting, because on the one hand, I have this energy of hanging back and not making an effort. But too, sometimes at those times when we're not making an effort towards relationship is when one happens. So, so I don't know. There definitely looks like some possibilities there. You may have some decisions to make about that down the road. But overall, yeah, you've got Horus. So this is about, again, a very strong card of recognition. I feel like interestingly, with the it's funny, you've got this 5 of Swords in the first house, which says that you may be feeling defeated, maybe you're feeling down about stuff, maybe you're feeling angry, maybe you're trying to purge stuff out of your life that you don't want. But in the center of your reading, you have this kind of energy of being charismatic, having it all together. And with the Strength card in the 12th house, I feel like this is saying, you're going to figure out a way through whatever's going on right now. This is, like I said, this is good health, this is creativity, this is good family relations. I mean, Horus is all of this stuff. And I think, but it's also sometimes heroics, like making your way through a difficult situation and going, in retrospect, it looks easy. It's that kind of thing. But you do have the 2 of Swords right now. So again, just kind of like we had the Lotus up here in your House of Change. This is the idea of a stalemate, of kind of like trying to find a place of peace. It's like an impasse. You're not quite ready to open your heart yet. You're not quite ready to look at some of these things. There are options and possibilities here. Maybe some things just seem too confusing. You don't know what's what. It does seem like you're sick of your job and maybe you want to change, but there's reasons to make sure. It's not saying you shouldn't change, by the way, but it's saying that you want to think about it carefully first. Be careful you're not being offered any false opportunities. But at the same time, there is definitely this strong feminine energy around here. Again, whether this is family, friend, colleague, I don't know, somebody who's helping you either with a home or a money situation. And when I say help, it could even just be somebody who points you in the right direction or helps you make the right connection. So overall, yeah, I feel like this means that, things might be a little bit of an impasse right now. There's still decisions to be made. But for the moment, and the possibility of a new relationship here, even though I don't feel like you might really be looking right now, or at least a new prospect that looks very promising. So, but I think it's just saying, be strong. There is some help that's coming here. Think giving some thought on the job and just, take control of your chariot here. Like figure out what, figure out what's right for you, because I feel like figuring out what's right for you is the most important thing. When I look at this card in the first house too, I also saying, don't limit yourself and don't let other people limit who you are. Like fire can just mean you need to shine your own fire very, very brightly here. So let's see what the runes say. Draw one for Gemini. Oh, wow. We pulled the blank rune. Okay. Actually, the blank rune to me reminds me of what's going on in the 7th house here. This is new. This is change. This could be endings. This could be beginnings. But this is full of possibility. So blank is when, all the possibilities are there. I'm going to see if I can draw a second one to go with that. I never like the blank by itself. And you have Soelu. Okay. So, yeah. So you're full of possibilities, but Soelu is the rune of the sun. So this will bring clarity to situations. This is a really good rune to get. It sheds light on things. It opens things up. It shows us, where we need to retreat, where we need to move ahead. And so I feel like that path is going to become clear to us, but right now it may not be. Like right now, it just seems like anything might go. It might go our way. It might not go our way. Like that's kind of the way we're feeling right now. And it does kind of fit in with this idea of an impasse as well. So, so I don't know. So just stay strong, Gemini. Don't belittle yourself or put yourself down. It does look like there is some kind of help coming in here. Don't make too many fast moves on jobs, and make sure that, that opportunities and maybe in certain things are legitimate. And again, but there is this very, very strong social sense here too. So I don't feel like this is you being a grumpy Gus and not talking to people. I feel like this is more like you maybe making yourself very small, and you don't need to do that. Okay, so I hope this reading was helpful. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you want to be notified about future videos. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you later this month.